Alright guys, today we need to talk about something insanely massive that is getting ready to happen on Roblox. This is the biggest Roblox update that I have seen in years. And honestly, this is about to shake up the entire platform, especially Adopt Me, especially trading, and especially anything that involves talking to literally another human being on Roblox. Because Roblox is actually getting ready to roll out a mandatory age verification, and you might have already heard about this. Once this update hits, your chat, your servers, your trades, and even your friends, and yeah, even your siblings are all going to be affected. And I know that you've already seen that chart going around, the purple one, the one that shows which ages can talk to which ages. Yeah, that one. I'm going to break down every single one of those rules down, especially what they actually mean, and how this is going to impact Adopt Me more than any other game. So stick around. By the end of the video, you're either going to be like, wow, Roblox is going to be so much safer, or you're going to be like, okay, this update is going to break the entire economy. Either way, it's going to be wild, so let's get into it. So I have the chart right here. This is Roblox's new communication system, and it completely changes who you're able to talk to. So let me break it down. Number one is if you have no verification. So if you do not verify your account, you're not going to be able to talk to anybody, not even a preset chat, nothing. You're literally basically just a silent NPC walking around the game. Number two is if you are below 9 years old. So if you're 9 years or younger, players can only talk to players that are under the age of 13. So if you're 9 years old and your sister is 14, yeah, you can't talk to them. If you're between the ages of 9 and 12, you're going to be able to talk to anybody that is under the age of 16. This is actually one of the bigger age ranges and honestly one of the least restrictive. If you are in the age of 13 to 15, you're going to be able to talk to players that are 9 all the way up to 17. So this is kind of considered, it looks like the teen zone. And of course, if you are 16 to 17 years old, you're going to be able to talk to anybody that is through the ages of 13 and 20. So this is where things start to get weird, because this is where it starts locking out your younger siblings, guys. So if you are the age of 18 or 20, you're not going to be able to talk to anybody under the age of 16. So if you're 18 years old and your little sister is 12, you're not going to see any messages from them in the game. So yeah, if you're over the age of 21, so if you're an adult, you're not going to be able to talk to anybody in the game that is under the age of 18. This one is the strictest. So this is kind of what's going to hit the adult creators, adult traders, and of course, parents the hardest. And remember, all of this is going to start rolling out in December of this year. So we're talking in a week. And in some regions, this is going to be going globally in January. So this is happening really soon. But there's also one more line on that image that says trusted connections. So this is supposed to let you talk to people that are outside of your age group if they are trusted. But right now, Roblox hasn't really explained exactly how easy or hard this is going to be. But if this is a way that you can add your parents or your siblings, it's going to be very interesting to see exactly how this is going to work and how they're going to be able to verify that they are safe. All of this is to do with safety and a lot of the new measures a lot of countries are taking to make online platforms safer for children, which, I mean, we can't argue that needs to be done. Just very interested to see how Roblox is going to implement all of this. So let's talk about the part that everyone is scared about. So Adopt Me players, this part is rough. Adopt Me's trading relies 100% on chat. So like even if you're doing a simple trade, you're still going to need to communicate. Like, of course, we all ask the questions, what do you want to trade for? Do you want to add? Do you want to offer? Fly Neon Shadow, what's your best? Do you have a bigger trade, or can I offer just for this pet? So a lot of those questions are really common in the trading chat, and Adopt Me even introduced a new trade chat on the trade screen, like I believe it was this year. And all of this will become impossible if the person is outside of your age range. So let's say I'm 21 years old. I literally cannot talk to anybody that is under 18. Like, that's it. 80% of Adopt Me players base will be gone. Imagine joining a trading server full of younger players and you see trades happening. People are chatting, negotiating, and you're just kind of standing there like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna silently watch, I guess. Maybe. And the younger players are not going to be able to understand why you're not talking. They're going to think that you are ignoring them. Can you just trade without talking? No, not at a high level. And there are a lot of massive traders that literally make this their life. I'm not good at trading, so talking is definitely very important even to me. So it really comes in handy when you're trading megas, neon trading, or even if you want to ask to add to the trades, remove, and confirming. So as of right now, there's also the scamming problem. So right now you can type no trust trades. You can also say don't fall for that. You can warn other players or even tell them it's a scam. You can even say show me the pet first. But after this update, you're not going to be able to warn other players that are younger than your age bracket. And scammers are going to love the silence. So this part is going to be hitting families and siblings really hard. So let's say that you're 19 and your sibling is 12. You're not going to be able to chat. It's not going to be restricted or limited. You're just not going to be able to talk, like at all. Even though you live in the same home, even though you are related, even though you're literally playing the same game on the same Wi-Fi, trusted connections might fix this, but only if both accounts can verify. We still need a little more clarification on the trusted connections, so hopefully Roblox will kind of go over that pretty soon. Kids under 13 often can't verify with ID. The selfie can't always be accurate, and a lot of parents will just say, no, they can't be bothered, or they just don't want their children's ID on the internet, which I think you're going to see a lot of that because that is definitely something that I wouldn't want to do, is to like put a child's identity online. I mean, if Roblox gets hacked, that stuff can be stolen. So this is going to be very sketchy. I'm not going to lie. So yeah, Roblox might let your siblings connect, but it's not guaranteed right now. And it's just kind of confusing. So Adopt Me, I feel like, is going to be hit the hardest because of trading and other games that do trading in the game, but it's not going to be the only game that's affected. Brookhaven Roleplay is dependent on chat. I mean, it's a full dedicated game to role-playing. Bloxburg is building communications, so yeah, that one is definitely going to be affected. Royal High is a huge social game, you guys. We're talking roleplay, trading, and a hangout game. Bed Wars is a team strategy. So yeah, that one's going to become almost impossible. Also, Murder Mystery, you're not going to be able to do coordination. Story games that are like puzzle instructions, that's going to become impossible, especially for the younger players. And any game where the older players help younger players, all of that is going to disappear. So let's kind of talk about the good and bad about this. So the good is that it is going to increase the safety, which that is always good. We cannot disagree with that. There also is going to be fewer adults in kids' chats. And of course, yeah, predators cannot slip into younger spaces. Parents get more control, but the bad, many of these players are not going to be able to verify. The chat basically spits the community into islands. Adopt Me trading is going to become very limited, and creators like me are not going to be talking to their younger viewers. So families might also get separated in the game because of the chat, and trading scammers are going to be having so much more opportunity. They're not going to have anybody, like I said, warning other players. So this update is definitely well-intentioned, but I think it might need a little more polishing or a little more explanation to us players. So in January, I'm going to paint the picture to you. You load into Adopt Me, half the server is silent. They're just like running around, no chatting. Some people can talk to you, some can't. Your messages are not going to show up for half of the other players, and you're not going to be able to see their messages. Nobody is verified. Nobody knows what age bracket they're in. and the trading is going to slow down. It definitely will. I feel like a lot of players are going to be confused, especially the younger ones, and I'm kind of thinking this might make players start moving trades into a Discord server, which also gets a little sketchy because you're not even supposed to be, I believe, on Discord if you are like under 13, but yeah, so Roblox is completely changing everything that is happening in these games. Adopt Me's entire core, I feel like, is trading. So that part of the game is going to feel the impact the most. You're going to see this across the board in other games and also in those big roleplay games. This update could definitely make Roblox safer, and it could also break half of the social games that it's built on. So let me know in the comments, are you going to be verifying your account, and do you think this is a good update? How do you think Adopt Me is going to handle this? It's definitely going to be quite interesting. Let me know your thoughts on this, and I'll see you in my next video.